180.
Let's go. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 3 down. 3 down.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Here we go, here we go.
Mike, 57.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
At the 26-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Samuels. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right, and he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
And him running the football is not something the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for, but this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
On 2nd down, it's Connor, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Block 80.
Check, check. Walk 54, walk 54. Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
Hey, hey.
Flare, flare, flare.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, now they'll try the end around. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. So Dalton now. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike 54. All day, baby, all day.
Roethlisberger will throw. Eluded under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Block 80! 22, 44.
Come on, QB, come on. 29 is the mic.
Hey, Alpha!
I'm coming! 29 is the mic.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And it's a fumble, and the Bengals have recovered it.
Oh, all these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The first quarter of the NFL season in the books after tonight, but Week 5 right around the corner. And it all starts Thursday night with a good one from Seattle. The Rams and the Seahawks in the NFC West. Kickoff 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 out on the West Coast from CenturyLink Field. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the gun to give to Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Passing, it's Dalton. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Lead. 93, 52, 93, 44.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this goal. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Deshaun Jackson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch 8-9, watch 8-9, it's yours.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Evans in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Counter. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Man, I got you.
8. Hey, Charlie.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Hey, check my...
Here's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Roethlisberger to the right side and complete to Washington. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Deshaun Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Easy. Let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 2nd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Hold the look, hold the look, hold.
Dalton right back on the horse after the pick six. On the crossing route, complete. It's Boyd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's 2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing, Dalton out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. The ball comes out. He can run for it, and he will. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down, Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
Andy Dalton now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Throwing again. Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Ross. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
22 yards. And a Bengal 1st down.
Hands up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 29, Dalton. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Dalton. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second and very short, Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Ben on third and long. And he's going to go down again. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, first and 10 at their own 24. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Stay with your man. Check 43.
On second down, here's Mixon. Oh, little 360. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. This is caught by Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He's going to loft one. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check me out. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Smooth.
Tighten down. There you go.
57.
They gonna need some therapy.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Here's Roethlisberger, able to find Switzer. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Roethlisberger now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Set! 230. I'm coming for you. You mine.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Ben to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Line 36. Line 36. Watch the flag.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He may try and run for this. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run with Samuels, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
I got you, Pop.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ross. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cincinnati, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home